God bless. Amen. Partners. Seeing something. Yeah, it's spiritual, but you ever wonder, and I was seeing this, but like I wonder, as far as like the time period we are in, it's almost like I was seeing something. And it could be a wake-up call for some, I don't know. I was seeing like, you can call it the judgment seat. I don't know what it was, but I've been seeing something. Frankly, it's just been poor today, but I had to pray. I had to like pray a little bit and see what it was, like what I was seeing, and it's almost like I was seeing him, as in you know who, raise his hand up, and I was seeing almost like this giant crate or whatever. It was like a crate, it looked like, or this, I don't know. You think about like a, I don't know, like a crate or like a treasure chest, or it was like something open up, and I could see a white light come out of it. Okay, but the white light was shining through it already, and I could hear noises and cries and screams. And it almost sounds like, I don't know if they were murdered, being murdered or what, but it was so many people. And it was almost like it was registered in my spirit that these are the deaths throughout all the history of our world that had died for the Lord. And I could see it open up and a light was shining out of it. But I could see all these dead bodies, and I could see all these people that were killed, how they were killed, mangled, however head. They were shot, stabbed, beaten, heads cut off, everything, fillet, however you want, every kind of death you could imagine, people that were burned alive. I could see people who maybe were hung, drowned, whatever. And I could see them crying, screaming, wailing out, but they weren't just doing it just to be doing it, like repeating. It was almost like, yeah, it was almost like their deaths were being shown to me, but it's just like been shown to me, but like at the same time, it goes back to that verse out of Revelation 16. How long, O Lord, O holy and great, how long will it be till our deaths are avenged? How long? Revelation 16. It brought me to that verse. But it was just so weird because I could see so thousands, probably millions of people. It was like how they were murdered in different ways, killed, whatever you want to call it, but it was for the one thing. It was for the gospel. It was for Christ. You could see it everywhere. It was almost like an ocean. And I could see almost like Christ was like taking his hand, but I could see it open up. Well, I could see it open up. And I could see just people, and it was just came out of that verse, Revelation. How long, Lord, until holy and great, until our deaths are avenged on that great day? And it was almost like I could see it open up on the day of judgment. You could see it clear as day. The light was shining through it, but I didn't know what it was until it opened up. And then bam, it took me to that verse because I could see all the dead bodies, almost like a sea of bodies in like a crate. It looked like a crate, a giant, huge crate. If you ever seen what a crate looks like when you open it up, think of like this. Think of like a giant crate for a burial, except this is not just a burial for one. This is a burial for millions that have died for the gospel. The light, it was like a giant dead man's crate, but it was for millions of people, billions, died in so many different ways. I'm sure even some of the prophets were in there. That how long? And it was almost like it was being shown to me, because that's how close we are, but not just how close we are, but it was like being shown because I was seeing the day of judgment. And that is a part that's going to fall on the day of judgment, seeing this revelation. How long, O Lord, holding great until our deaths are revenged, or our blood being spilled? How long? How long, O Lord, holding great until our deaths are revenged? Till our deaths are revenged. And then you could go into Romans, and then, because I was just reading Romans, it took me there, but I was saying, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I will repay. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. So you connect both those out of Revelation, and then you go into the Romans. I believe that could be something we all could see on that day. I don't know, I always thought of that verse as being more like, yeah, you would see it in dreams, you would see it maybe, some God would show you in a vision, but maybe that, obviously, if it's in Revelation, maybe it's something that's going to be shown during that day. I've never thought of it like that, but, it's in Revelation, so why wouldn't we see it? But it was like a giant, the world's biggest crate, and when it was opened up, light was in it, spewing out, but you could see millions of people, how they died, and these were all Christians. When, oh when, Lord, shall our death be revenged? When? That day. It's all coming. I don't know. Crazy, right? God bless. Amen. Fire and ice. Godspeed out.